Morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Alison Mackey from the Linguistics Department, and this is Alex Johnston, also from the Department of Linguistics. We're very happy to welcome you all to Georgetown today. We're very sorry about the tech issues. They say to err is human, but to really mess up, you're going to need a computer. And we have, but hopefully we're getting it fixed now. I've just heard as I came into the room an urban legend, which has turned out to be true, which is that a PhD student at Georgetown in 1995 tried to raise their child bilingually in English and Klingon. So I think we have a long tradition here of constructed languages and events. I want to say thank you very much to Alex, who I'm going to pass the microphone on to now, for all her organization of this event, which is really a complete one-off and a first in the area of constructed languages. So thank you for coming. Welcome to Georgetown. Alex will say a few words, and then without more ado, we'll get started on today's events.
Thank you so much, Professor Mackey, Chair of our Linguistics Department here at Georgetown. My name is Alex Johnston. I'm Sociolinguistics faculty here at Georgetown, Director of Master's Programs and Career Management here. And I have had such a pleasure getting to know David Peterson and Jesse Sands over the past year, ever since they gave a talk at Georgetown last October, which started a wonderful relationship whereby they chose Georgetown as their place to host this first time conlang conference, Kopikon. And I would love to say that they have been such a pleasure to get to know, and we really want to welcome all of the conlang community here. You've been a pleasure to get to know. I hope you have a wonderful day here at Georgetown. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you need anything. And again, I hope you have a wonderful conference today. David and Jesse, take it away. Come
on. All right, so welcome everybody to Kopikon, our little brainchild from a few years back that has finally come to fruition. We have a lovely slate of speakers for you today, and these are they in that order. And I wonder if we can get that thing off the top of the screen. Anyway, but oh my gosh, can I? Okay, yeah, that's
you know what? It doesn't show up on.
It sure doesn't. It's just for all of you in the room. You get to see a participant-enabled closed captioning. Enjoy. So anyway, we wanted to give you a very brief introduction as to why this event is called Kopikon.
All right, so we're gonna make this really brief given our delayed start, but giving you a little timeline, because if you're not a regular viewer or patron of ours, you're probably wondering why the heck is this called Kopikon? So it all started February 27th, 2020, when we aired our very first LangTime Studio episode. We do a weekly live stream on YouTube, and so this is from our first episode. 4 episodes later, March 19th, David had his first Kopikon candy on screen as a reward for us actually getting something done on a language. And so he was like, I'm going to treat myself with this Kopikon candy, a coffee-flavored delicious bit of morsel that I had never heard of. He continued to do that every live stream, and I kept saying how jealous I was because I love coffee and I wanted my coffee candy, but I couldn't find it anywhere close to where I live. So on May 19th, I received a letter from David whereby he had attempted to send me a Kopikon candy, but it had been cut open along the way and someone ate it. So I got a letter, and I actually texted David and I said, was this intentional? Did you send me an empty package just to brag that you ate a Kopikon? It was not intentional. So he then tried again, and on June 4th, well, he sent me a whole package after that. I think he felt bad. On June 4th, I had my first Kopikon candy on screen. All right, so this became a weekly tradition. We do something, we reward ourselves. And so we had a Kopikon every week except for the weeks when we were traveling and forgot to bring candy with us. In January, we were working on a patron live stream, working on our rabbit language, when we came up with this idea to create the word nulitis, which literally breaks down as the kind of first pot or stew pot. And it came to represent the first cook-in of the winter when an entire warren came together. So then we started a Discord channel for our patrons to share pictures of food, because it turns out we all love food. And I mentioned we really need to have an in-person nulitis because these dishes look delicious. David followed that up saying, yes, once we're all able to travel freely again, we need to get together and have this nulitis con. That was just put out there for the world. But then 5 months later, Mateus shared yet another amazing photo of food. Mateus has kept us all hungry for years with pictures of food. And Jake followed up. So Mateus, Jake, all here, followed up with saying nulitis con can't come fast enough. And Minnie, who is also here, said, seriously, when is this in-person thing going to happen? And Jake said, wait, we need a word for this. And Mateus said, well, we should have Kopikon sponsor it because, we eat it every week. And Jake said, Kopikon. And there it was. So this was actually an idea planted in May of 2021. It took another year and a few months before we were actually ready to do our first poll of a site selection. So David and I researched cities around the world that were potential spots to host a Kopikon, with Washington, D.C. as one of those 7 options. As that poll was going on and as we were doing multiple rounds of selection, that's when we visited Georgetown last October and met the lovely Alex, as well as Shannon, who is one of our workers today. And following that, so that's when we made our initial contacts. In December, Georgetown graciously agreed to host this conference, and then that puts us here today.
Wow. All right. So we want everybody to enjoy Kopikon. We're going to get started.